guys, in today's video I wanted to share with you a flip through of my second album for 2016. However, I thought that first of all I would quickly show you the end of my first album for 2016. There is a full album flip through and sort of chatty video for this first album, which I will leave in the description below. However, I just wanted to come on and show you that the end of the album has actually changed now. So previously, the first album for 2016 ended with this little 6x8 insert, which has some pictures of me and the little squirrel that we hand raised on the front, and then a letter from my friend on the back. However, when I started my second album for the year, it soon became really clear that it was going to get really full, and I had to move some pages over. So basically, there was sort of like a natural break for the year. Up until May, everything was just sort of normal as it has been for the last few years, like living with my parents and blah blah blah. Then in May, I quit my job. Well, sort of in April, I quit my job. Got a puppy and moved in with my boyfriend, all in the space of about a week. So I decided that starting the second album with looking at the litter of puppies that we ended up getting one from would be a good natural break, because it was sort of like the end of my old life and beginning of a new chapter, if that makes sense. So at the end of April we went to Iceland. So I have a little map of Reykjavik there. This is the first page of our trip to Iceland, and I have documented it in this album, but I've documented it in more detail in my travel album, so I'm sure you'll see that eventually. But I made these pages with little bits from my stash and with Paige Evans's Take Me Away. So there's that page, and this is a panoramic page protector, so it opens up like that. I'm sorry if you can't see it properly. It opens up like that. Just lots of photos. Going to Iceland was definitely one of the highlights of last year. It's one of my favourite countries I've ever been to, and after I've been somewhere, I'm not always 100% keen on going back. I like to go to different places, but Iceland is definitely a country that I would go back to. If you get the chance to visit, definitely do. It is amazing there. There's a little postcard of Iceland, and on the back I have a picture of my boyfriend with our hire car. We did like 400 miles in 3 days, so I documented that. This is when we went to Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon was amazing as well. We saw Skogafoss. And there's some Instax pictures there. This is an Instax page protector from Becky Higgins. More photos there. That's a postcard. Unfortunately, we didn't see the Northern Lights. This is when we went to see the geysers. And then on the back was when we saw Gullfoss on the last day and flying home. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly show you the last pages of that album, because they weren't in the album when I did my last flip through. So now I will show you the actual album that I'm meant to be showing you, which is the second volume of 2016. Right, here we go. So this is album number 2 of 2016, and as I said, it begins at the beginning of May when my boyfriend and I went to view a litter of puppies. It starts in May. I've got my calendar card for May. This is all little bits from Iceland. That's one of my parents' chickens. This is a little insert from a day that I spent in London meeting up with Anna, Daisy and Joey. And these pages were made with the Like Forever June kit, which used simple stories. I think the collection was called In Bloom or something like that. I really loved that kit. So this is Visiting the Litter of Puppies. This is Archie. This is Archie and his brother, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted at the time because there wasn't really anything in it. They were basically the same. Sorry, I've just noticed some glue on my page protector. But yeah, so that was meeting Archie for the first time. this was the following week, and at this point you'll see that I'm still doing weekly project life, but shortly I turn into doing just monthly, because I got really behind last year after getting Archie. I didn't do any scrapbooking at all. Pretty much this entire album was all done retrospectively, and I only finished it a few days ago. So yeah, that's another thing. Getting a puppy will really stop you from scrapbooking. But yeah, so again, these pages were made with that June kit from Like Forever, and this was bringing Archie home. This photo here was me packing stuff up to move into my boyfriend's house, because the catch, should we say, of me getting a puppy was that my parents said I had to move in with my boyfriend, that they didn't want the puppy at home. So I moved in with my boyfriend and got a puppy on the same day. There's a big 12 by 12 photo of Archie. A lot of people ask me where I get my 12 by 12s printed, and I always get them done at DS Colour Labs. There's another 12 by 12. You can see how tired I was. Archie didn't sleep for weeks. There's lots and lots of photos of Archie. My album's basically become just dog photos from this point onwards, so I apologise. But again, made with the June kit. This spread was made with it was either the June or July Brimbles box. I really thought it was pretty. It suited these photos brilliantly, but then there are elements of the Like Forever kit in here as well, and I think this was actually a Gossamer Blue card. But yeah, that's my parents' dog Ruby and Archie having a nap. My Emma Bridgewater. This was, I think I put this in here because it was the first day that I had done my hair and makeup since I got Archie. There's an insert here, and I've put tabs on all of my inserts this time around, which I think I'm going to do from now on. That's a Gossamer Blue card. My mum sent me this photo from the beach. This is documenting when I left Archie for the first time. I think it was like 2.5 weeks after I'd got him, and I hadn't ever left him with anyone else. So I had to go to our nephew's birthday party, so I left him with my brother, and I was so nervous. We didn't stay at the party for that long because I just wanted to get home to the puppy. So these cards here are from the Brimbles box, and the rest of this is like I said, the Like Forever kit, or some Gossamer Blue bits in here as well. This is still that Like Forever kit, and I'm still scrapbooking weekly at this point, or putting my photos in weekly anyway. I went to the beach a couple of times with my family this week. I always go on about my parents' caravan in Hayling Island, and my family really made the most of it last year. So we went a couple of times, and I think this was Archie's first time at the beach. And then this is when I went to the beach again that same week, I think. Or actually, I think that's the next week, because we had a bank holiday Monday. And this was from the June or July Brimbles box. So was this ice cream paper. I think the last one was June with all the bright colours, and then this one was July. All of these were from the July Brimbles box. My boyfriend and I went to Bournemouth, and we met Brogan, who is a YouTuber as well. She was really nice. Like I said, this is all from the July Brimbles box, and this is when Archie won Cutest Puppy at a local dog show. I think this was me documenting that I'd finally got all of my books moved over from my parents' house. This is some journaling about me opening my Etsy shop. I was getting some stock ready. These are just random photos, there isn't really any journaling. Then this spread was put together with a Like Forever kit. I think it was the July kit. Can't remember what it was called though. The colours were really pretty though and really summery, and I loved the balloons because it's my brother's birthday in June. So again, this is weekly. We've got the 20th to the 26th of June. Our bathroom was tiled. Finally. I always took these selfies with Archie so that I could see how much he was growing. I can't really take selfies with him like that anymore at all. That was an event in London with Daisy and Geraldine. This was a whole page. I just called it Leaving My Baby. I think I journaled just on one particular day, but this is sort of a wrap up of the few days before we went on holiday to Mallorca last year, and Archie was staying with my parents and I was so upset. After we left him at my parents, I sobbed the whole way home. I was so upset. I really didn't want to leave him at all, and the holiday was kind of tainted because we had booked it in the January, long before, you know, long before we even thought about getting a dog. So when the holiday actually came around, I didn't want to go anymore. But yeah, so that's sort of like a random filler page. It's just got a few photos from the days before we went on holiday, and then these are 2 photos that my mum took while we were away. And then this is our holiday to Mallorca. So again, I've documented it in here, but it will also be in my travel album as well. Just a selfie to start it off with a little postcard on the back. We stayed in Palma Nova, Mallorca, so I've just popped that on there. This was made with the, I think it was called Wish You Were Here or something like that. It's by, I think it's by Simple Stories, and it's a really cute holiday collection. So I bought like the whole lot of it. These are some aquarium photos. I actually really like how these spreads came out. There's a photo of me in the aquarium, another postcard. This is all from that Simple Stories collection. The letter stickers are from the Simple Stories collection as well. In here I have this little tab that says Destination Rainforest, and there's some extra photos behind there. Documented some of the food that we had. When I go on holiday, I'm really not adventurous with food at all. It's quite a stressful experience for me because I have a bit of a funny relationship with food. But this time I tried really hard to try different dinners and everything. So these are just puddings, and actually that milkshake wasn't even mine. But I tried to document some of the food that I tried. Did I maybe? Yeah, see, I have been documenting some of the food that I tried because I wanted to be a bit more adventurous, and it was fun. It was fun to do that. So there's a picture of my boyfriend, a selfie of us at mini golf. We played mini golf like 4 or 5 times. And then this is the last page, I think. Yeah, the last page of the holiday. We went for 8 days, and it was actually not a very good holiday, but I've tried to make it look really nice because, you know, there were really lovely aspects of it, and it was nice to just be with my boyfriend and spend time together. But we stayed in a hotel that wasn't very nice, and the people there weren't very nice, and the weather was like 36 degrees, which is just way too hot for me. So this is where my dates kind of start to just go out the window, and I didn't really scrapbook weekly anymore. So this is just kind of a continuation of July. There's lots of photos of Archie in his paddling pool, which he loved. We went for a barbecue at Will's parents' house, and this is just Archie after we were reunited when we came back off holiday. Here's a picture of Archie chasing some bubbles in the garden, a little filler card that I made there. Lots of pictures of Archie in the garden. This is my parents' garden. That was on a walk. A little selfie, filler card, and then I've numbered this one number 6 because at the time Bear was my 6th rabbit that I had at the time, but unfortunately I now only have 4 bunnies. So here we've gone back to the July Brimbles box. Again, I scrapbooked all of this retrospectively, so I just kind of like saved all the stuff and then went back and used it again. My parents, since the age of smartphones, my parents, when they're out and about, they send me photos of what they're doing now, which I love, because my parents have never really appeared in my scrapbook albums before this year, because my like my dad doesn't really like being in photos, and neither does my mum. But since they've got smartphones, they now snap pictures and they send them to me. So like I said, last year my parents made real use of their caravan, and they went like every weekend, and my mum would always send me pictures, and she took a selfie with my dad, and that's my dad taking a selfie when he was fishing. He was all wrapped up in a blanket because it was really cold. But yeah, I just love that they appear more in my albums now. Even though I wasn't there, I still want to preserve my family's memories. So yeah, I love having those. I've got some journaling around this card about the first summer with my own dog, like taking him on adventures and things. And again, I've got a list of my top 10 things that I've been enjoying that summer. It's Ruby and Archie. This was another just week in the summer. Archie in my handbag because he didn't want to walk. Archie's first groom. And then this was mine and my boyfriend's 3-year anniversary, and we went to the Cotswolds Wildlife Park, so there's lots of pictures of that. You can actually go in with the lemurs, which was really fun. Again, this was the June Like Forever kit, so I'm swapping and changing all the time and going back to kits that I enjoyed and everything. This is a little insert. And then on the back side of here we have our nephew's christening. So that was me with him at the christening, our niece, my boyfriend with our nephew. My boyfriend is his godfather, so I took that picture and popped it in here. A little bit of journaling. That's some of our nieces and they all accidentally dressed in coordinating outfits. And then this was that same evening when my Harry Potter and the Cursed Child arrived, and I was just snuggling with Archie. I made this card myself. I think this Full of Stories card came in a Gossamer Blue kit, sorry, and then I added this paper myself and just put some fake stitching on. This was all made with a Gossamer Blue kit, I think, and I hadn't been subscribed to Gossamer Blue for a long time at this point, but I had saved some of the stuff, so yeah, most of these cards are from Gossamer Blue, I believe. This was August the 1st. We were away at the caravan again. Although actually this was me meeting my friend's baby for the first time and packing some Etsy orders before we went away, and then this is us at the caravan. My boyfriend's birthday was the 8th of August, but he was going to work away on business, so we took the weekend beforehand to go away to the caravan. The weather was beautiful. We went to this dog show, Paws in the Park. Here's some pictures of Archie when he went swimming at the dog show and in the caravan with his rosette from the dog show. There's the beach and there's Archie in the caravan. And then the next day we went to Chichester and we went out for lunch, so I took some photos of that. It's so funny thinking back to when we just had Archie, because obviously now we have Winnie as well. This was just another random week in the life. This card is from that June Brimbles box that I used earlier. We had some ducklings born, had a morning out with my mum. These are my brothers and we took the dogs for a walk. This is a little insert about the last few days of having just Archie. My friend and I went to a National Trust place and we took our dogs with us. I did a little bit of journaling there about how if only Archie knew that he was about to get a new sister. There's the backside of that National Trust leaflet, and here's some journaling about getting Winnie. This spread was put together, including this side, with the August Like Forever kit, which I think was called City Break, I think. So yeah, this is about getting Winnie and the first few days of having her, like her settling in and getting used to Archie, and kind of her story. And eventually I'm going to print off the blog post that I wrote introducing her, and I'm going to put it in here because that has all of her story on it about needing all that dental work and all of her issues and everything. So instead of doing lots of journaling about it, I'm just going to print that blog post off eventually and pop it in here. The first photo of me with both of them. This was my birthday, and I deliberately kept hold of the crepe paper confetti collection so that I could do a quick birthday spread. At this point, I was so behind. I scrapbooked this about 2 weeks ago. My birthday is the last day of August, but I was scrapbooking this in February, so it's not very good because I just wanted it done. But my friend Ella threw me a party, so I took some pictures. That's at the vet's with Winnie as usual. That little bunny is from the Hello You collection by Crepe Paper. This is a 12 by 12 of some of my cards and my present from my mum. And that's a 12 by 12 of me blowing out my candles. This is my birthday as well. This is sort of like during the day on my birthday. So my birthday cake, some cupcakes from my nan, having a cuddle with Winnie, the dogs with my wrapping paper, but yeah, again, that's all crepe paper confetti apart from this card here, which is from an old Gossamer Blue kit. Then I have the beginning of September, which was made with the September Like Forever kit. Can't remember what this one was called, I'm sorry, but it used the collection from One Canoe 2, what's it called? I want to say it's called Hazelwood, but I loved it. It was beautiful. I actually did a process video for these pages, I think, and it also went up on the Like Forever blog, but I ended up completely taking the pages apart and doing them again because I hated how it looked. So I swapped around a lot of the cards, took off a lot of the embellishments. It's still covered in embellishments, but I tried to simplify it a bit, and I like how it looks a lot better. This was made with the October Harmony kit, which oh my goodness, probably one of my favourite kits in a long time. There's some pictures of the dogs. There's all 3 of the dogs, some flowers, just documenting that autumn is finally arriving. Winnie and Ruby in their matching raincoats. And then this was the UK Planet Addicts Big Meet. Loved documenting this. I've got a little... I made this card into a pocket, so I have a collage of selfies from the day with a 4x4 card on the back. Because I had so many selfies from the day and I didn't want to leave them out, so I thought that would be the easiest way to document them. I have my train tickets. There's photos on the back, me and Daisy. People on our table. This was my ticket, and then this was a postcard that came in the goodie bag. This was a Starbucks gift card that I won in the raffle. Planner stack. This is all of us taking photos of the planner stack. That's Kiki K. I met Christina Carlson, the founder of Kiki K. This again was the Harmony kit, and I think I made a process video for this spread. This is probably one of my favourite spreads in the whole album. Poor little Winnie was spayed this week though, so that's not... She wasn't very happy. She was feeling sorry for herself. I also really loved journaling on tags around this time. There's another tag there. Yeah, love that spread. Then we have a random page that just has photos from one dog walk, although here I've put love when mum sends me photos of what they're up to. So again, that's my mum sending me a picture of my dad walking all of his dogs. And that's my little niece because it was her birthday. This was from when I went to the pumpkin patch, and I deliberately bought a lot of this stuff just to scrapbook these photos. So lots of this stuff was from the October Brimbles box, but some of it I also bought from Anna's shop, Mrs. Brimbles, so that I could document these photos. I didn't take all of these photos. Some of them were taken by one of the girls I went to the pumpkin patch with, and I will leave the link to her page below because her photos were just amazing. She took this one and this one. I think my boyfriend took that one, but she took this one. And then this is another of those panoramic pages. So I've got more pumpkin patch photos here. That's Winnie and Tilly. And it opens up and there's more pumpkin patch photos here. But then this was Winnie's birthday, all of this bit here. So I put Win is 7. This was a little dog walk that we went on her birthday with Ruby, my parents' dog. And then I took some pictures of them in their birthday bandanas for Winnie's birthday. And on the same day I had a night out with my friends, and then it was our niece's christening the next day. In case you're wondering, yes, my boyfriend and I do have a lot of nieces and nephews. We have 10 between us. So this was the beginning of November, and I've just got a 6x12 insert with 3 dog walk photos on one side and then a layout on the other side of a dog walk. And again, this stuff is all from the October Brimbles box. Then we have this why have I forgotten the words? This 12x12 page that begins November, and it was made using the November Like Forever kit, which again was beautiful. This was just documenting that I was in the Do Crafts Creativity magazine for the first time for dog walk photos, and I did a Project Life Let's Chat About Photos video a few months ago. And in that video you saw me putting all my photos into the pockets of my album, and I said at the time I have so many dog walk photos. So what I did at the end was I separated a lot of them out and I put them in their own special inserts at the end of November, but I'll show you that in a minute. These ones fit fine where they were, so I just left them. Sorry, I filled up an entire 16GB memory card with my rambling, so I had to go and take some footage off of the card, but I'm back. So there's some more dog walk photos on this side. They're from the same walk as this one, but again, at this point I just didn't mind where things were in the album, and they're fine. They're fine there. My mum and I went to the Spirit of Christmas show in London, which was brilliant, and that's a little candle that I got from Home Bargains, and I just said Christmas is coming. What was I gonna say? You'll notice there's not a lot of journaling on some of these pages, again because I was doing them retrospectively and I just wanted them done. So this page again is using that November Like Forever kit, and again, I've got photos that I didn't take. So I think my brother took this photo of my dad and one of my dad's dogs, and my mum took this photo of my dad when they were out having lunch, so I just included that. This is a little tag with some journaling on it about how I got really ill with sinusitis this week, and I ended up having a day off work. So these pages are using that same November Like Forever kit as well. These random sticky notes are just covering up a picture of my cousin's baby. I'm not massively close with my cousin, but she posted a picture on Instagram of an outfit that my mum had bought for her, so I just put the photo in there, mainly for my mum really. This is a brilliant Emma Bridgewater mug that my boyfriend got me from their Christmas collection last year. It's got a quote from Elf on it. We had an early Christmas dinner at my boyfriend's parents' house. Really early Christmas dinner. This was a picture from Gilmore Girls because I was obsessed with Gilmore Girls and the revival came on, the Year in the Life, so I just documented that. And then this was a picture that somebody made of the Sausage Army on Twitter. They are the sausage dog community on Twitter, and Winnie was in the picture, so I grabbed that for my Project Life. And then this is one of the inserts of dog walk photos that I mentioned earlier, where I just put photos of the dogs and photos from November dog walks in one insert. So I've got some of the dogs with their best friend Bernie. There's one of Archie. This is actually at my parents' house, Archie and Winnie with my little brother after this dog walk. There's Ruby, Winnie. I can take that away now. There's more of them with Bernie. Some Christmas ones that I was taking. And then this is a whole 12x12 page, and I think they're on the back as well. Yeah, of other dog walk photos. I take a lot of photos of them, as you know. So I put the 3 because, again, these are of Archie, Winnie and Bernie, or Archie, Winnie and Ruby. And I just said I have so many photos from dog walks this month that I decided to lump them all together. What cuties. So there they are. And this paper is from the Snow and Cocoa 6x6 paper pad, and the reason I used that paper was because this page falls next to the beginning of December in the album, and for December I used the Snow and Cocoa collection to document. So this is the 1st of December, this whole page I think is the 1st of December, and I put tree time because I put up our tree, and I have a little label here that says the difference a year makes, because that was last year, well that was 2015 now, sorry, where we had nothing in the living room except the Christmas tree, and then this was this year with more decorations and all the furniture and everything being nearly done. That's my advent chocolate, a little selfie, the frost on my windscreen, and Winnie with the tree. These pages are of my dogs and my parents' dogs all together. I got them for a Christmas photo shoot, and I have more photos of those in my December daily, which I will finish one day and you will see one day. This is Archie in the tree, Winnie in her little bed, Archie dressed as a reindeer. These pages are quite busy and there isn't very much journaling because again it was all done retrospectively and I just wanted to get it finished. There's a picture of me and Winnie, me with both Archie and Winnie. This isn't actually in the album, there's a photo there that I've just covered up just for privacy reasons. It's a selfie of me feeling grumpy. This was the little elf on the shelf and a little chalkboard that we had in our classroom at school with a Christmas countdown. We made Christingles at school. This card I've said it's a tale of 2 trees because I went round, my boyfriend was away for work on this week, so during this week, sorry, I completely forgot how to use words then, but I went over to my mum and dad's house to help them put up their Christmas trees, and we got there, well I got there and my mum had already done one of them, so I didn't get to do that one, and then I tried to do their real tree in the living room and the tree fell on top of me because the tree stand broke and it all collapsed and fell over. So I've called it a tale of 2 trees because, you know, it didn't go very well. And then that's a picture of me and Winnie when we were going to a Christmas market. Then we have another busy page. There was an annual shoot dinner with my dad's shoot that he goes on. So I went to that and that was really fun with my family. Just to put it out there now before anyone comments, I personally don't agree with shooting, but it is a big part of my dad's life. So I love my dad. He wanted us to go to the dinner as a family, so I went. Winnie in her Mean Girls t-shirt. And then this little card says Christmas arrives at Mum and Dad's on December the 13th, and December the 13th is actually my mum's birthday, so I went round there again to see my mum obviously, and they had put all of their decorations up and I finally managed to decorate the real tree. That's my little niece, she won player of the match at her rugby game, and there's just wrapping some presents. This is a 12x12 photo of the Christmas tree that we had at our house, and a 12x12 of my parents' tree. This layout is getting closer to Christmas, so I think I had broken up from school at this point because I work in a school. I think school had broken up at this point, and we went on a little road trip to have an early Christmas at Will's sister's house with all the kids. So there's some photos there. There's a selfie of me with my Dachshund mug and my Dachshund jumper. I made my first ever gingerbread house. There's some pictures of Archie in his Christmas jammies, a beautiful sunset, and then this is just documenting that unfortunately 2 days before Christmas my little Albie passed away for reasons unknown. But this card was from Nahla at Like Forever because I was the subscriber spotlight poster for January, so I received my Like Forever kit that month for free. and she sent me a card, and I kept that in there and used it as a flip up. This is Christmas Day, this page. These photos, you'll have seen them everywhere. My brother took them of me and my boyfriend and the dogs on Christmas Day, and they were all bloopers, but I absolutely love how they turned out. So I've literally put them everywhere. On all my social media. They're framed in our house, they are everywhere. But yeah, so I of course had to put those in. These are two of our nephews with their toys from us on Christmas morning. Will's sister sent us a picture and said thank you. There's a Christmas Starbucks card. Roast dinner for Christmas, obviously. Selfie of me and my boyfriend. We have the few days after Christmas, there's just a picture of Archie and a picture of me and my eldest nephew. He's 11 now, and for the last few years we've been taking photos together on Boxing Day because that's when we see them. I think this year it was the day after Boxing Day that we saw each other, but I promise he's not actually grumpy in this photo. He loves having a cuddle and he loves taking pictures, but it's just documenting how grown up he's getting, but I've like completely stayed the same. I had a little buffet dinner at my parents' house, and then on the 29th of December Will and I went to Ireland for a few days, and we spent the day there, spent the weekend in Ireland. There's a plain picture there. Because Will's nan isn't very well, so we went over to see her and just to see the family, and his family have a holiday home in Ireland which I'd never seen before, so we went to see that. I've just realised that it's gotten really, really dark outside because a storm cloud has come over. I've got my light on, so I really hope that that is helping, but I'm nearly at the end anyway. This is the last page. So yeah, that was Ireland, and I was still using the Snow and Cocoa collection. Then I finished the album with a large 12x12 collage of sort of like the highlights of the year, and originally I was just going to put it in a 12x12 page protector, but the way that my album ended meant that this back page would have been blank, so I decided to bite the bullet, trim it all up and put it all in. I'm not really sure if I like how it looks, but it's fine, it's done, the album's documented, and then the only thing that's also in here is one of these 12x12 envelopes that has lots of random things from throughout the year. So we have like a christening invite there, lots of cards, yeah. So that is volume 2 of 2016. It feels so good to have it done. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this album. If you have any questions, let me know, and don't forget that you can see a full chatty flip through like this one of volume 1 of 2016 in the description below, because I have left the link there for volume 1. I will see you next, guys. I can't talk. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.